Hello, mystery fans. Sharon Schultz, the Day Lady here. Hey, I am going to do a little pre-recording of a murder mystery. I thought that maybe some of those amateur detectives out there that love 1-minute mysteries may be needing a mystery fix, perhaps. So I thought I would just go ahead and record something and put it on YouTube. And so let me begin with 2-minute mysteries. This is going to be a rather short one. Generally, I read the mystery twice, so that, if you miss something first time around. But I just realized that doing it like this, I only need to read it once, because you could just rewind and play again what you feel you might have missed. So, without further ado, let us solve the case of Murder to Go. Detective Sylvia Ramos yawned as she stepped from her car and headed across the parking lot. The day was just dawning. Why is it that homicides never happen during regular business hours? She thought, pulling open the front door of the diner and inhaling the tempting aroma of coffee that immediately wafted her way. "What do you have for me?" she asked her partner, who'd arrived ahead of her. "The M.E. says death occurred sometime around midnight," Detective Wes Weston answered. They were standing over the body of Frank Adams, owner of Frank's Diner. Mr. Adams's body was crumbled on the floor in the back of the kitchen. A carver, obviously pulled from the block of knives on the nearby counter, protruded from the victim's back. Weston pointed to a blonde gal in a waitress uniform sitting in a booth. "That's Nancy Gibson," he continued. "She found the body when she arrived this morning. She's pretty shaken up." Detective Ramos walked over to the booth and sat in the seat opposite the waitress. "Can you tell me what happened, Ms. Gibson?" "I came in at 5, like I do every day. I keyed in, turned off the alarm, and got a pot of coffee going. Then I went to the refrigerator at the back of the kitchen for creamers and saw the..." She broke off and wiped her eyes with a napkin. "I saw Frank." Detective Ramos nodded sympathetically. "Was Mr. Adams having any personal problems?" she asked. "Can you think of anyone who might have wanted to harm him at all?" Nancy paused. "Not a soul. Frankie was the nicest person." "Was he having problems with the business?" "Well, times are tough. We haven't been bringing in as much as usual, as much money. But no, not that I knew of, really." Detective Ramos thanked her and crossed the room to where Weston was questioning a young man. "This is Ted Willis, the dishwasher," Weston said. "He says Adams was still here when he left at 11 last night." "Mr. Willis, did your boss usually stay so late into the night?" Detective Ramos asked. "No, I usually close up the place, but Frankie was still here doing some kind of work in the office." Ted shook his head sadly. "If I'd known something like this I wouldn't have left him alone." Any reason to think he'd be in danger staying here alone? I don't know, Ted said, frowning. There's been this homeless guy. He's been hanging around. Detective Ramos raised an eyebrow. Homeless guy? Yes, he's here a lot. Frankie always gives him free coffee. Ted shook his head. I'm thinking maybe he wanted more than just coffee last night. At the mention of coffee, Detective Ramos sighed. She wished she could pour herself a cup, but this was a crime scene. She couldn't disturb possible evidence, no matter how much she really wanted to. I guess we'd better track down the homeless guy then. Weston sighed, heading for the door. Ramos nodded and started to follow her partner, but suddenly she stopped in her tracks. Actually, I don't think that'll be necessary, Wes, she said. The employees had given her the information she needed to solve the case and to get her that much needed cup of coffee. What clue had the detective picked up on, is your question. What clue? Okay. What clue led the detective to know who committed the crime? Was it, let's see, what is the name of the first witness? Ms. Gibson. Okay, so she was a suspect. She found the body. Okay, and who else do we have? Ted Willis, the dishwasher. So we have the waitress and the dishwasher and a homeless guy. So those are our three suspects. The waitress, the dishwasher, and the homeless guy. The waitress is Nancy Gibson. The dishwasher is Ted Willis. And we don't know who the homeless guy is. Okay, so the question, what clue had the detective picked up on? Doesn't say which detective either. Got a choice between Ramos and Weston. Okay, so I am going to turn to the answer. Okay. Okay. I hope y'all listen carefully to Murder to Go. Here's the solution. The waitress had turned off the alarm when she arrived. Only an employee would know how to set it, which means the last worker to leave had. Since the victim couldn't set an alarm, that left Ted. Frankie had discovered he'd been stealing, and in a fight, Ted stabbed him. From force of habit, he set the alarm when he left. It was all about the alarm. That's what gave him away. Oh my goodness. Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed this little 2-minute mini mystery. Give you a little mystery fix and until I get my show back on the road here. I actually am going to do a mystery tour, I think this coming Thursday, on YouTube. Okay, it'll be live. It'll be a live tour on YouTube. And I'm also going, and it's I believe it's Thursday. I have to look on my page. But yeah, so I'm trying until I go with the platform that I am excited to be waiting for. It's a new platform coming. Until I go with that, I wasn't doing much, and then I started missing going out there. So I've got Facebook Live. tours coming up, one on Monday and one on Saturday. Monday is Federal Hill Park in Baltimore, beautiful place, nice history too. And then Saturday, the Annapolis Irish Festival, music, dance, food, looking forward to that. So we're trying Facebook Live, never did it before, fingers crossed, toes too. And as for Minute Mysteries, as I said, I'm testing YouTube and Zoom, both of which aren't mobile. Can't do YouTube mobile because I don't have enough followers. But that's okay because I can do it off my desktop. It'll be perfect for mini mysteries and also my Beatles trivia. I just need to, compare Zoom and YouTube and see which one works best for me. And then Facebook Live should be able to carry my live tours. I'll get back into them again. And like I said, just watch my Facebook page, The Bay Lady, for when the new company starts rolling. I'll be right there with them. So, at any rate, thank you. I hope you enjoyed that, and a good night to you.